Hi all, it's Rach from Spiritual and Angelic Guidance. I'm here to do a reading, and this will be for Libra for the 14th to the 20th of March 2022. If you've seen my readings before, welcome back. Thanks for the support. If you haven't, welcome to my channel. I hope it resonates. If it does, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget it's a general reading. It is not going to suit every single person out there, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Time can be fluid, energy can be vice versa, so keep that in mind. Okay, let's start. Come on, Libra. Okay. Okay, on the bottom, let's start with that. I feel like there was a point in time now in the past where you and somebody else didn't have the same life goals. And, you know, I feel like I'm supposed to read this upright because that kind of came out at the same time. I feel like somebody has abandonment issues and that affects relationships. But yeah, I just feel like the life goals, as I said, I feel like they weren't the same. You didn't have the same kind of goals. You didn't have the same kind of lifestyle. You know, I just felt like if something, you know, wasn't or didn't change, you know, you were just going to grow apart. It wasn't going to help you grow together. You, on the other hand, though, you also may have insane chemistry with this person, but I feel like because you have abandonment issues, it's like you self-sabotage because you're afraid of being hurt. So you're afraid to be loved. You kind of need to not run when it gets hard. You or your person, take as resonates. But I feel like, you know, you're doing some growing, or you've done some growing, you know, you're doing the kind of work on yourself, transforming, so that you can rise like the phoenix and have a fresh start, new beginning. Yeah. I feel like the way things were, there was no stability, security, endurance, anything permanent. Like it was never going to last. And also, I feel like possibly you weren't even exclusive. You know, I feel like somebody didn't see the other person. So whoever this was that needed to grow and you know, I feel like they also they weren't marriage material. They weren't, because of the lack of stability, they weren't going to be, whether it was you or say you weren't going to be like somebody's marriage material or life partner because of all the stuff that wasn't good. Is that a thing to explain it? Great word, I know. But yeah, it just wasn't going to end, you know, where the person wanted, because things needed to change and there needed to be growth and transformation. So I feel like because of those things, you did in the past go through some sort of splitsville. You know, the relationship ended. You know, I feel like you did have some time where you weren't talking. Somebody left very quickly. They made a decision and they left. Now, the choices, they just weren't healthy. They were not healthy choices. And that's because you didn't kind of feel any love for yourself. So, you know, I feel like you just thought whatever you were doing, it wasn't healthy, but you kind of didn't care because, you know, you didn't really care about yourself. And that's probably where it all stems from, plus the fear of abandonment. You probably lost somebody that you really, really cared about. Maybe you've lost a lot of people you really cared about. But yeah, I just feel like all of those things gave you this fear of abandonment. And that's why you were not making these healthy choices. I feel like it's similar to the Tower card, where you're kind of fearing the change, but you're needing to do some work on yourself. You were trying to avert a disaster happening. You were trying to avoid this person leaving, or you were trying to avoid this breakup because, you know, obviously you care about this person. You could even possibly love this person. But as I said, you have no self-love. You really don't think that highly of yourself. So you didn't think you could ever be happy. Because everyone leaves. So this person will just do the same, which is exactly what happened. At the same time, you sabotage that because of these unhealthy habits. So you have to kind of start rebuilding. You know, you broke up with this person broke up with you. I feel like they broke up with you. They left quickly. They made a decision and left. And you're going to start rebuilding. And I feel like it's going to be something that's persistent. Like you're going to have to keep working on it, you know. And as I said, I just feel like you went through a period of time where maybe the communication wasn't good, or you weren't talking. Somebody really, when they left, went into this thinking, they left, I'm never going back there. There is no second chance. Like, I don't want to be with this person. This person is toxic. This relationship is toxic. You know, so I feel like they left the space. It was like they needed to take time so that you could give yourself time to heal, and you both needed that time apart. For some of you though, I just, you know, maybe your person wasn't the right person, and the right one can't come if the wrong one's still there. But for others, I just feel like you really just needed to kind of take time to heal, both of you. Because as I said, there's these situations here where there's unhealthy habits and you don't love yourself, you don't care about yourself. You know, you fear abandonment, and also you're trying to now rebuild. And as I said, because you sabotaged this, yeah, so now you really need to take that time to heal. Now, I feel like you're a very funny kind of person. You know, you or your person like have great personality traits. You know, you're a great personality. You're a great person. I feel like you're compatible. You have a connection. You have that resonance with each other. And, you know, maybe you do have sunny and light interactions, which are really, you know, good. I feel like there's affection, there's attraction, there's passion. You work together well as a team. You know, I just feel like, you know, they offer unconditional love. But you need to work on your self-love. And, you know, if you change, if you do grow and heal, you know, I feel like for some of you, you weren't talking, and then, you know, at the same time, you were really stubborn about having to make this change. Like, I feel like for a lot of you, you know, you split up because you sabotaged it, because, you know, it's just, you know, you were repetitive, you were worried about abandonment, so and you don't like yourself, so you're trying to sabotage, even though you are a really great person, and, you know, you really need to love yourself. You're not making healthy choices. You're also going through this period of not communicating well or not communicating at all. At the same time, you don't want to, I feel like you're kind of trying to, as I said, resist the inevitable end. You don't want to grow. You don't want to change. You don't want to have to give up whatever this is. But something happened, maybe by this person leaving, maybe you had this epiphany about how you feel about this person, or, you know, whatever this is. I feel like you had to make some sort of change. And even take the time to heal and leave that situation behind. Leave the past in the past. But I feel like there's definitely going to be hesitation on either on your person's side. You know, I feel like maybe you're going to organize to kind of catch up. You didn't really have a lot of faith that you could possibly change, grow, or, you know, anything's going to happen with this person. Let's find out. So tell me about the Splitsville. Tell me about Splitsville for Libra. Keep losing all the cards on the floor. Nine of Air and the Eight of Water. Like, the Eight of Water, somebody walked away. Somebody wanted something better. Somebody, you know, was disappointed with what went on. They want something fulfilling, and they had to take back their own power. They were like, this is not working. I'm leaving. And they walked away. They know there were secrets. They had a lot of inner turmoil about walking away, but they had to walk away. Could be a Cancer. But somebody didn't want to break the cycle. And as I said, they had no self-worth. And this could be you. You have no self-worth. You have no self-confidence, you know, because I just feel like you really need to find out who you are as a person, what it is you want. You need to break the cycle as much as you're not, because you'll just keep having more bad luck. Now, with the Chariot in reverse, you know, you possibly feel like once this person left, you had lack of direction. But, I mean, the Chariot upright talks about you can be successful if you make a change, if you're determined. You've got to put in the hard work to get the results. So if you put in the hard work, you can be, you know, successful and have victory in the situation. But yeah, you have to actually put in the hard work. So, you know, you need to change and grow from this unhealthy choice. Make the change. Okay. Can you tell me a bit more about that situation? You didn't have the same values, as I said. Could be a Gemini. There was definitely, it comes back to self-love, like I said 100 times. There was disharmony. There was no balance in this situation. But yeah, you definitely had the same, that like you didn't have the same values. And really, this situation just caused you, you know, heartache and loss. At the same time, the person was bored. The person was dissatisfied, discontent. They, you know, because you were resisting the change, there could have been depression on either side as well. Now, this unhealthy choice. Tell me about, I want to know about this second row. This unhealthy choice, and you're not talking or not communicating well, but you're not wanting to make a change and grow. You got a few cards. Yeah, so you were really resisting and stalling, having to, I guess, give this up, give whatever this unhealthy, I might put them this side, give this unhealthy situation up. But somebody saw this as a burden. You know, I feel like it made them feel exhausted. They were in pain. They felt oppressed. Somebody had no perspective. You know, I just feel like, you know, they felt like they were putting in all the hard work, but it wasn't balanced. And it caused a lot of conflicts. And I feel like your person was probably in competition with another person or a thing, whatever this is. And they never really knew where they stood, but you had differing opinions. But yeah, I just feel like because you were trying to resist giving this situation, this thing up that you needed to, this unhealthy choice. You've also got the Knight of Fire in reverse. So somebody, you know, as I said, there was like scattered energy. Somebody was frustrated. There were arguments, jealousy, suspicion. Like it wasn't a good situation. But somebody had to, you know, with the Four of Fire, somebody had to move on and leave the past behind. They wanted this happy home. They wanted to have joy with this person and harmony and, you know, celebrate and relax and just be with this person. Have contentment. Be content. But somebody moved on because they know with the Seven of Air that you were doing something that wasn't okay. You knew you were doing something wrong, but you didn't care. You did it anyway. It's like, I know that if you steal from somebody, that it's wrong. But if you choose to still steal knowing it's wrong, well, you know it's wrong, but you're doing it anyway. Can you tell me more about the second row? Yeah, somebody had a lot of inner conflict, and there was personal goals. There were things that, as I said, this came back to you really needing to kind of work on yourself. You needed to change this. This was something you needed to do. You had to make the choice, and you had to go through and complete this cycle. You know, trust your intuition. Yeah, there was definitely secrets. There was, you know, but I feel like there was a lot of inner conflict. Yeah, just feel like there's a lot of inner conflict. And also somebody was worried about, you know, what the future held, because with this situation, they're really just unsure about where everything was going to, how everything was going to turn out. Tell me more about this last row. Like you were really resisting this change. Because, yeah, you didn't want to break the cycle. Look. That meant a lot of bad luck. You really needed to take that time to heal. You really needed some goals. You needed to, with a 3, you needed to make progress. You needed to have some foresight. What is it you wanted? What is it you want for your life? Have some vision, goals, you know, all those things. You're waiting for your ships to come in, but what is that? And you've got the King of Air as well. So there was definitely some communication There was some truths. You had to come in and be completely truthful. You know, you wanted to be somebody that people respect. But yeah, I just feel like you came in being communicating well, giving the truth. You had to come in that kind of energy, otherwise it wouldn't have gone anywhere. And also, as I said, focus on your self-love, your self-worth, who you are as a person, because, you know, if you're codependent, you need to look after yourself. And this needed to happen so you could make a change. Tell me more. Yeah, you had to go through this. You had to learn. If you needed help, or if you need help, ask. But I feel like there were two choices. It was like, continue doing what I'm doing, which is going to get me nowhere. And it's just going to make me, you know, very, very sad and depressed and feeling like utter crap, you know. Or I make a change. I want to know an outcome card for you guys. Tell me about this Cupid's arrow card for a outcome. No, not that many cards. There's a lot of cards right there. Can I have a card, please, for an outcome on the Cupid's arrow? I feel like you're very resilient, and I feel like this relationship is also very, or you're both very resilient. I feel like, you know, you had to keep persisting, and somebody had to put up their boundaries, but it's about, you know, you feel like this thing needs protecting and you need to make a stand. So it's like a test of faith. You need to, you know, have faith, because here you've got lack of faith. You need to have faith. And have a plan. As I said, make some goals. You know what it is you do want. Take back the power in your own life instead of, you know, letting this thing beat you with this unhealthy choices. You do need to, you know, take back power, as I said. And maybe you need to have some self-control. There needs to be balance and moderation. So maybe maybe you're a drinker. Maybe you did drugs. You know, it's all about compromise. It's about balance. There needs to be balance in this relationship. And as I said, self-control and moderation. And it all comes back to you and your self-worth, really. Your self-love. Can I have a card for the outcome, please? You may look at having kids with this person. You may be a mum. You may be pregnant. May get pregnant. But it's about happiness and nurturing yourself, you know, like abundance. It's about all these things, which is really good. And you've got the Temperance, so it could be a Sag. You're in control of you, so you can only choose how you respond. You can't control the other person, and they can't control you. There needs to be balance. There needs to be moderation. There needs to be patience. You need to have a purpose for your life, for your relationship. Like you need to have some sort of purpose in your life. There needs to be harmony, self-control, maturity, wisdom, you know, all those things that the Temperance stands for. And stop with the keeping secrets. Stop deceiving yourself into thinking you can maybe have both. Have your cake and eat it too. Or they won't know. Or, it wasn't actually that bad. I wasn't that much of an alcoholic. You know, I just like to drink. No. You have a problem and you need to deal with it. And you need to accept it first, so then you can change it. All right, that's what I have. I hope that resonates, Libra. And if it does, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I'll catch you with the next read. Thanks for watching. Bye.